Increase your strength through every rep and personal records you break. The Circuit Fitness Recumbent Bike is an essential piece of equipment to build cardio strength. The large display comes equipped with 7 performance metrics like pulse, calories, speed, and time to help you track your progress. 15 pre-programmed workouts to provide variety and keep your body from plateauing. A retractable media holder, USB charging port for your device, and a cup holder. The seat, pedals, and levelers all adjust to make your workout comfortable. And when you're done, easily roll your bike away for storage.
Schwinn. In this video, we will show you how to assemble the Schwinn 230 recumbent bike. Begin by selecting an area where you are going to set up and operate your bike. For safe operation, the machine must be located on a hard level surface. Please allow a minimum work area of 24 inches around the perimeter of the bike. Be sure that the workout space you chose has adequate height clearance, taking into consideration the height of the user. Before you begin the assembly, please make sure you read the assembly manual thoroughly, as it contains important safety warnings and assembly tips. Please note that there are some steps in the assembly process that might require 2 people to help with the assembly. Some components of the machine can be heavy or unwieldy. Please use a second person when doing assembly involving these parts. For assembly assistance, please visit us online or give us a call. Check the assembly manual for a complete parts list. Please note that a right R and left L decal has been applied to some parts to assist with assembly. Selected pieces of hardware have been provided as spares on the hardware card. Be aware that there may be remaining hardware after the proper assembly of your machine. The following wrenches are included with your assembly: a number 2 screwdriver wrench and a 4mm and 6mm Allen wrench. A pair of scissors and a box knife are recommended. Step 1. Attaching the front and rear stabilizers. Begin Step 1 by locating the mainframe, Part 1. Next, locate the front stabilizer, Part 2, and place it in front of the mainframe. Before attaching the front stabilizer, remove all hardware. Remove both screws and washers using the provided 6mm Allen wrench. Set the hardware aside for now. Next, tilt the mainframe and matching the front-bottom holes, push the front stabilizer into place. Secure the front stabilizer using the previously removed hardware. Insert the hardware through the top. Fully tighten the hardware using the provided 6mm Allen wrench. After securing the front stabilizer, locate the back end of the bike. Locate the rear stabilizer, Part 3, and place it behind the main frame. Before attaching the rear stabilizer, remove all hardware. Remove both screws and washers using the provided 6mm Allen wrench. Set the hardware aside for now. Next, tilt the mainframe and matching the back-bottom holes, push the rear stabilizer into place. Secure the rear stabilizer using the previously removed hardware. Insert the hardware through the top. Fully tighten the hardware using the provided 6mm Allen wrench. Step 1 is now complete. Step 2. Attaching the seat frame assembly. Begin Step 2 by locating the seat frame assembly, Part 4. The seat frame assembly gets attached to the top, back of the bike frame. The heart rate cable should be facing backwards. Matching the 2 attachments, slowly lower and set the seat frame assembly in place. Ensure the heart rate cable is well positioned passed through the hole in the frame. Do not crimp the heart rate cable. Connect the cables once all hardware has been inserted. Locate the 4 holes on the frame plate and attach the seat frame assembly using 4 Part A screws, 4 Part D lock washers, and 4 Part C flat washers. Attach the hardware through the top and hand tighten the screws for now. Next, tighten the seat frame assembly arm rails to the front mainframe connections. Secure the seat frame assembly using 2 Part B screws, 2 Part G lock washers, and 2 Part E flat washers. Fully tighten the hardware using the provided 4mm Allen wrench. After securing the front hardware, go back and fully tighten the 4 screws using the provided 6mm Allen wrench. Finally, after all hardware has been tightly secured, go back and connect the heart rate cable with the connector cable from the mainframe. Step 2 is now complete. Step 3. Attaching the seat pads to the seat frame. Begin Step 3 by locating the seat back, Part 5, and aligning it with the back tubes of the seat frame assembly. Matching the holes on the tubes, slowly lower the seat back into place. Once in place, secure the seat back using 8 Part B screws, 8 Part G lock washers, and 8 Part E flat washers, 4 on each side per tube as shown. First, hand tighten the hardware on both sides. Then, fully tighten the hardware using the provided 4mm Allen wrench. Fully tighten the hardware on both sides. Next, locate the seat bottom, Part 6, and align it with the front 2 holes located on the side tubes of the seat frame assembly. Slowly lower it into place. Secure the seat bottom using 2 Part I screws, 2 Part G lock washers, and 2 Part H curved washers for each side. Insert the bolts through the bottom tubes and into the seat bottom. First, hand tighten the hardware on both sides. Then, fully tighten the hardware using the provided number 2 Phillips screwdriver. Fully tighten the hardware on both sides. After all hardware has been tightly secured, Step 3 is now complete. Step 4. Attaching the cover to the frame assembly. Begin Step 4 by locating the cover, Part 7, and placing it over the center bottom, exposed area of the seat frame assembly right underneath the seat back. Slowly lower the cover into place, covering the hardware. Step 4 is now complete. Step 5. Attaching the seat adjustment handle. Begin Step 5 by locating the seat adjustment handle, Part 8, and aligning it to attach it to the tube located on the right side of the mainframe assembly. Orientation is based if you were to be seated on the seat facing forward. Slowly insert and with a clockwise direction, hand tighten the handle until it is firm. Step 5 is now complete. Step 6. Attaching the console mast to the frame assembly. Begin Step 6 by locating the upper shroud, Part 10, and the console mast, Part 9. With some assistance, slide the console mast through the upper shroud and connect the cables. Make sure to connect each cable to the appropriate corresponding cable from the mainframe assembly. The cables should easily connect. Take care not to crimp the cables. After connecting the cables, slide the cables into the tube and slowly lower the console mast. Make sure the console cable connector does not fall into the console mast. Slide the console mast down to the frame assembly until it aligns with the 4 side holes on the frame tube. Secure the console mast using 4 Part A screws, 4 Part D lock washers, and 4 Part J curved washers. Insert the hardware through the allocated holes, 2 on the side and 2 on the front. Fully tighten the hardware using the provided 6mm Allen wrench. Next, pull down the upper shroud so that it fits properly on the frame assembly. Slowly lower into place. Finally, locate the shroud cap, Part 11, and put it in place so that it seals the space between the console mast and the frame assembly. Push it against the console mast and slowly lower it into place. Step 6 is now complete. Step 7. Removing the hardware from the console. Begin Step 7 by locating the console, Part 12. Flip it around and then remove the 4 pre-installed screws from its back. Remove the hardware using the provided number 2 Phillips screwdriver. Set the hardware aside for now. Step 7 is now complete. Step 8. Attaching the console to the frame assembly. Begin Step 8 by locating the console and aligning it with the console mast. Align the clips on the cable connectors and make sure the connectors lock. Connect the 2 cables sticking up behind the console mast to the cable connections coming out of the console mast. The cables should easily connect. Push the cables into the console mast and lower the console mast to the console mast tab. Take care not to crimp the cables. Once in place and matching the 4 bolt holes on the console mast plate, secure the console using the previously removed hardware. Fully tighten the hardware using the provided number 2 Phillips screwdriver. Step 8 is now complete. Step 9. Attaching the pedals to the frame assembly. Begin Step 9 by placing the left pedal, Part 13, on the bottom left side of the mainframe. Be sure to attach the pedals on the proper side of the bike. Orientation is based from a seated position on the bike. The left pedal and the crank arm have an L engraved on them, while the right pedal and crank arm have an R engraved on them. Please note that the left pedal is reverse threaded, so in order to tighten the pedal, you must rotate it counterclockwise. When installing the pedals, it is very important that the pedal is installed straight into the crank arms by hand. If the pedals aren't installed straight, the threads that secure the pedals may strip. If you feel resistance and the pedal does not turn smoothly into the crank arm, then you may remove the pedal and start again to ensure that the pedal is aligned correctly. Try again and tighten the pedal by hand until you are sure that the pedal is going straight into the crank arm. After several hand turns, fully tighten the pedal using the provided wrench tool. Keep the pedal aligned as you fully tighten it with the wrench. Once the left pedal is secured, repeat these steps for the opposite side and attach the right pedal. The right pedal, Part 14, will have an R engraved on it. Please note that the left pedal is reverse threaded, while the right pedal is regular threaded. Attach the pedal. If you feel resistance and the pedal does not turn smoothly into the crank arm, then you may remove the pedal and start again to ensure that the pedal is aligned correctly. Keep the pedal centered and aligned while attaching it. After several hand turns, fully tighten the pedal using the 15mm wrench. If the threads strip due to improper installation, then the pedals can disengage from the bike and/or break while under usage, which can result in serious injury to the user. For best performance, periodically check the pedals are properly attached. See the assembly manual for more information. Once both pedals are tightly secured, Step 9 is now complete. Step 10. Attaching the water bottle holder. Begin Step 10 by locating the water bottle holder, part 15, and placing it on the left side of the seat over the left seat frame assembly. Orientation is based if you were to be seated on the seat facing forward. Matching the two holes on the tube, slowly lower the water bottle holder into place. Next, secure the water bottle holder using two part F screws. Insert the screws through the top, through the holder, and into the frame. Fully tighten the hardware using the provided number 2 Phillips screwdriver. Step 10 is now complete. Step 11. Connecting the AC adapter to the frame assembly. Begin Step 11 by placing the AC adapter, part 16, in front of the main frame assembly. The adapter gets connected to the bottom front of the main frame. Slowly plug in and fully connect the AC adapter to the main frame. Please reference the assembly manual for more power-related information. Congratulations! You have now completed the assembly of the Schwinn 230 recumbent bike. Before using the bike, please make a final inspection. You may now remove any protective covers from the face of the console. Please inspect the bike to ensure that all fasteners are tight and components are properly assembled. Check pedals weekly to ensure they are tight. Do not use until the bike has been fully assembled and inspected for correct performance in accordance with the assembly manual. Please reference the assembly manual for workouts, troubleshooting, and other program features. Enjoy your new Schwinn 230 recumbent bike. Brought to you by Schwinn.
Soles of my shoes are worn, the knees of my jeans are torn. Sweat coming through my shirt, keep pushing even though it hurts. I'm chasing what I know is true, there's nothing that I would not do. When everyone around me drops, I'm never gonna ever stop. I won't waste another minute, no I won't. I'm a man on a mission. I'm a man on a mission. I don't need no permission. I'm a man on a mission. Take it up now, take it up. I ain't waiting and wishing. Take it up now, take it up. Oh, I got that ambition. Take it up now, take it up. I'm a man on a mission.
Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to Impex. This is the Marcy 150-pound stack home gym. And I'll tell you what, I'm ready to tackle this thing and see what kind of workout we can get. Let's go. All right guys, so the first exercise we're gonna hit is gonna be just a standard cable bicep curl. This is gonna focus on the biceps completely. All right guys, so there's your bicep cable curl. Really focuses on the short and the long head of the bicep. I suggest you add it into your workout routine today. Now we're going to go ahead and go into our cable leg extensions. This is going to focus on the overall quad development of the leg. It's going to look something like this. The leg extension really focuses on that overall quad development. I suggest anywhere between 3 to 4 sets, 8 to 12 reps, and about a 60 to 90 second rest. Give it a shot today. So the next exercise we're gonna hit is just a standard flat chest press. It's gonna focus on the overall development of the chest, the front deltoids, as well as the triceps. So that was your chest press. Like I said, great overall chest developer, shoulders, as well as triceps. With the chest press, I suggest anywhere between 2 to 3 sets, 8 to 12 repetitions, with about a 60 to 90 second rest. Add that exercise to your workout today. Another great option that this home gym provides you with is the opportunity to be doing chest cable flies. All we need to do is pull the pin, and we're ready to go. All right, guys, so the next exercise we're gonna hit is a behind the neck lat pull down. It's gonna really focus on getting a full stretch of the lat and a nice squeeze at the bottom. It's gonna look something like this. All right, guys, so that was your lat pull down. Great overall developer for the back. I suggest getting a full extension and a full contraction to get the best out of your workout. Anywhere between 2 to 3 sets, 8 to 12 repetitions with about a 60 to 90 second rest. Give it a shot today. All right, guys, so our next exercise is going to be a unilateral low cable row. This is going to really focus on overall back development, and it's great because you can do one arm at a time and really get a full squeeze and a full contraction. Okay, so that was your low row. I would suggest anywhere between 8 to 12 reps, 2 to 3 sets, about a 60 to 90 second rest. Be sure to get a full extension and a full contraction, squeezing those shoulder blades together. Give it a shot in your home gym today.